this is new, looking at a camera. Here we go. I want to welcome you for taking a little stroll by my channel. Really grateful that you're here, grateful that you're checking out the writing that I'm doing and what I'm sharing. The point of this intro video is just to be a place to learn a little bit more about what this channel is and what my goals with this channel are, and kind of where I'm coming from with my writing and what it means to me. What the fuck? That's the camera right there, and I talk to that all the time. Is this YouTubing? This? I feel like I'm going insane looking at this camera. Just you and me. But on the other end, could be like 2 people, or 10 people, or 100 people, or 1 trillion cells looking at me across the universe, time and space. I know, let's stay focused, ADD coming out in full force. So, where do we begin? Poetry. What does poetry mean to me? God, there's gonna be so many cut edits in this video. Oh, whose idea was this to do this? Wait, it was mine. That's what this video's about. It's about my idea. Poetry. Haha. So, hi, I'm Josh Menachem, or Menachemical, and I'm writing poems that I hope are able to inspire myself to get my shit together, to feel the spicy vibes of life, and just like be able to grow stronger than I may be able to. A lot of times the poetry is a way for me to process my emotions and express them in a way that I'm able to communicate that I may not be able to do in like normal conversation or in writing, but when I'm really stuck on a topic, I'll kind of start thinking in rhymes. And I started sharing these on a blog that's kind of now dead. And then I started sharing them at happy hours with friends, at dinner parties, and it really challenged me to kind of push my comfort zone and push the level of vulnerability I would have expressing myself in front of a group or in front of friends and sometimes in front of people I didn't even know. And there's a multi-year journey of being able to be more comfortable in that environment. And now we're at the next frontier of this journey, which is putting it on the internet, which I don't know if that's really the best idea, but it will make it easier for me to distribute my poetry to my friends, and it'll make it easier for me to just be able to see a catalog of work that I've done. And let me dive into the history of where all this writing is coming from. So it all started in high school with basically diss rhymes between me and my friends that we were just finding new ways to call each other stupid. And you know, the occasional your mother joke were thrown in there. And then when I got to college, I was writing these like 3-page long diatribe poems for girls I never even dated. It was pretty bad looking back. I don't even think they ended up hearing the poems. We're just gonna scrap that to the record books and let it burn. Whoa. Fuck. What? Now what did I say? Oh, that's right. So, poetry. It started off diss rhymes, then for girls I never talked to, but eventually, halfway through college, I realized I could process my own emotions with writing, and that's when I started writing for myself. And that took off, and it took me a long time to be comfortable enough sharing that in front of other people, but eventually I took that step, and I found it incredibly thrilling and also rewarding. And that's when I realized that just writing the poem is only half of the value. The other half of the value comes from sharing it and starting a conversation about whatever I was talking about. This is where, you know, I've had some of the best conversations come out of the writing that I've shared with people, and it's helped me just either just get shit off my chest or just like feel more comfortable, not feel alone, not feel like I'm just in my own head when I share my writing and it vibes with someone and it connects with someone. That's what's up. And to put all that in context, I want to start this channel with the right state of mind, the right reference point in my mind for like what's valuable and what's not. And I know that I could be at risk of, checking the app every day, seeing every subscriber, seeing every view, one bad comment make me go down an emotional tailspin. Like, I know that's totally a possibility, but on the other hand, that's only because I'm making that the most valuable component of this. Whereas for me, it's not necessarily about reach and numbers. It's the other half of creation, which is sharing and conversation. And so I think that what would be valuable is being able to share this with my friends and having them be able to give me feedback. And like, that's the bar. We don't need to go any higher than that. Like, that's the bar. The bar is just like sharing a good vibe with my friends and getting good feedback. And so I wrote this little piece. I don't have it memorized. Most of my stuff I try to memorize, but this one, it just kind of poofed out of my brain. It's called Metrics of Success, and this poem is the point of view that I want to start with for this whole shebang. Gotta define new metrics of success, not electric points of stress. Thinking clearly now, intent to reassess. Not left to guess if I'm winning or failing, just spinning or flailing, stuck in comparison. See, I learn late to be authentic, regardless if someone's judging my narratives, disliking declaratives, sending hate my way for sharing my heritage, or simply scrolling on by without ever caring if I said anything at all. A win is one connection, reach one person with a message, put my vibe into words and words into rhymes, share that with you, then share it online, then those words were worth it, a feel I can't purchase, I know I deserve it, depression diverted, of that I am certain, by sharing our hurt, and so thank you for tuning in and listening. You make this world glisten with your smile, connection and style, you take a good vibe and crank up the dial. And now I know follow count is a hollow count, not worth the chase or any amount of feeling stuck in place. So please abate, tying numbers to fate, as if clicks and views could translate into my value, self-worth, worth more than a fall through depression. Just to relearn a cycle of similar lessons, that growth starts with making and then ends with sharing. Change won't come easy when always stuck staring at the numbers. It just represents to me that, like, look, a win is one connection, one vibe, like one smile. That's it. Anything more is extra, is bonus. That's the cupcake. That's the extra sushi piece that the restaurant gives you because you've been there for a long time. That's like the cherry on top of the cherry. You got a double cherry. It's the shoobity boop, Like, that's the spice. And that's what's valuable. And I really hope that I don't, forget that every view is a person, and every subscriber is a person, and every one of them is a friend, and that at the other end, right now it's just me, this light, this microphone, and this phone recording me, but it's an opportunity to share and connect, and I hope I did this good in one go. Honestly, I don't want to spend 3 hours working on 20 cut edits to make this seem like I said this all perfectly. I might just YOLO this on the internet. Is that a good idea? Once again, I don't really know, but welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you.